Welcome back to the Mojave Gardener. We're going to do a quick garden update this week with our new camera. Hopefully it does well here. This will be my first time using it except for a quick test. So we'll get going. We're in the greenhouse right now, so I'll turn the camera around and show you what's going on in here. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff, the old stuff out of the grow bed here, but we have some smaller plants that we've got in here and they're growing quickly. Our pepper plants are starting to put off some flowers here, and tomato plants getting ready to start a new bucket system in here for them. All these are going to get transplanted into the buckets, and our volunteer tomatoes here, one of them's just taken off like crazy. The other two are a little bit slower. Of course, they were slower when smaller when I pulled them out of the garden. So, but it's been so hot lately that the lettuce we started just immediately bolted. So I'm gonna let some of it go to seed. Our herbs up here are slowly growing. They don't like the confined space, I think. It's not doing them well because I pulled some of the ones out of this group here, and as you can see right here, I pulled them up. Those are the ones that I put into the grow beds, and these are sweet basil. So you see those, only one of them really has big leaves, and when you come back over here, you see these had those little leaves on them when I first put them in, and they are just growing really well. So, alright, we'll move on to the rest of the garden. Okay, we're out here with the beans and corn and squash, and if you see here, we ran a rope over each row, and we're running string down to the individual plants for them to grow up, individual bean plants, as these are pole beans. I've got a lot more to put in here, but things are starting to take off. It's doing pretty good. We've put some rows in here for water, and they're doing really well. A little bit easier now to water with just move the hose back and forth to each row. It's got the garden pretty level this year, so it does well. Okay, almost forgot the tomatillos here. We lost about half of the plants, but the ones that did survive are doing really well. They're starting to flower now, and hopefully we start having some fruit put on those. We have our other tomato plants and pumpkin plants here, getting ready to put them out in the next day or so that they can get growing. Okay, to the other garden with our tomatoes that we put outside. They're starting to flower here. Haven't quite made it up to the wire yet. We have one that did, but bad news here is we have a squirrel that decided to eat the center out of our cabbage plant, and over here on a few of our cauliflower. It just went and ate the centers right out of them. And it's just, I've got traps up now and hoping that I can catch that squirrel before he completely decimates everything. You see nice big plants, but we're still not getting anything. It's just green, no broccoli. Our pepper plants are slowly coming along down in there, and we have one peach here that's growing real slow, and the rest of our pepper plants here are coming along slowly. And as you can see here, we went and put a shade cloth over the old garden. We keep this on here during the year because it gets so hot here in the Mojave Desert that it's just bakes everything. You can see this one zucchini plant here just was getting toasted by the sun, so we put the shade cloth up over the weekend to protect it. But our peas are starting to produce. We've already harvested off of those and put them in a salad. And a little volunteer tomato back there is coming along. It's starting to flower there. And we have some yellow zucchini that are starting in here. There's another one there. Our pepper plants over here. These pepper plants were planted at the same time that I put the ones in the grow beds in the greenhouse, and these outside are not doing as well as the ones in the grow bed. So I think the grow bed, I'm going to have to expand that system and start growing our peppers in there, because or at least half of them in there, so we get an earlier crop out of them. Everything's doing here. Our onions have already started to flower here. I pulled one up the other day and it was only about the size of my thumb, so they're not bulbing, at least not yet. I'm hoping that they do here. So more cabbage here, and our strawberries. Gotta get rid of these weeds. Have to wait for them to get big enough to actually pull out of the ground. So the strawberries are doing well. Starting to get a second crop here. Anything closer? These are coming along. Our broccoli here starting to grow up. Hopefully we start getting some broccoli here pretty soon. I'm hoping. Our sunflowers are 6 foot tall here and just starting to put off a head, as you can see here. I'll turn this so I can see. There we go. And our potatoes here. This one still doesn't want to come up, but maybe stunted it, like that was the one I dug up. That one's doing really well. And these here, these two, starting to get some good growth here. These are just starting to pop out. I'm going to get a little bit closer there, and you can just barely see the green popping up. And the poor avocado tree here, the sun was just baking it, so now that we've got the shade cloth over here, it looks like it's doing better. The leaves are looking a lot better, darkening up. They're not getting just blasted with the heat. So, and the spaghetti squash, they're growing up here really well. Hopefully we start to get some that actually set. Looks like maybe that one there will make one. That one looks like it didn't get fertilized, so it's not going to make it. It is still a little early in the season, so we have seen bees on these. But I think I hear one down in there now. So, but over here to our grapes, they're doing well. We have a few bundles on this one. They're not really that big, but they're coming along. This one's got a few more on it, probably about twice as many as the other plant. But they're doing good. Well, that's our quick little tour. So that's our tour for the week. If you like our videos and this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, click that bell notification button so that you can be notified whenever we put out a new video, and please share our videos so we can get more subscribers and grow our channel. Have a good day and keep gardening.